Hello and welcome to my world of crochet. My name is Dina and today I'm here with you for another Sort My Stash 2024 video. And this, my friends, is part 22. Yeah, I know we're already at 22 and I quickly calculated that there is probably another 2 coming, and then I think we're pretty much around the end of it. This Sort My Stash edition is going to be about all of the yarns that I still have in my stash that I got through random good deals on the Dutch marketplace, which does not fit into the other categories. And while I sorted this, I actually found something that I should have put into another stash group, I guess. But this is what I kind of have left of some of the good yarn deals that I made over the times. I had a few really good shoppings on the Facebook marketplace. Basically here in the Netherlands, we often experience, but there are people that are in the yarn communities, and sometimes they're clearing out their stash or they are stopping their craft or whatever, and they basically sell it out on the Facebook marketplace, and sometimes there are really good deals to be had. And mostly that is how I've obtained some of my awesome deals here, which I have. I have 2 bags in front of me, but I also have a crate here next to me, all full. Let's see if I can even get it up. But basically this crate, and they are divided in some bags in that crate as well, just to keep track of the individual ones. So what I'm gonna do is, because it's easier for me to actually unpack it and then pack it back, because I already sort of pre-sorted this one, is that once I'm done recording all of it, I'll give you a sneak peek. But I'll insert the sneak peek now before we actually start it. So yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'm basically gonna turn the camera around and give you a sneak peek of this whole sorted stash that you will see. But of course, before we go there, we can't talk yarn without my faithful mug of tea. And today my tea is the Dutch blend. It's Pickwick tea. It's just called Dutch blend. It is a black tea with some orange peel in it. So it's not an orange tea or black infused orange tea or the like, but it is more like an English breakfast or an Earl Grey, but with a flavor of orange. I think it's a nice tea and it fits really well because I bought these yarns on the Dutch marketplace. Some of them I can reasonably easily access in some of the Dutch stores here. Some of them I can't. There are various reasons. But cheers to the Dutch tea. And then I'm just going to flip this camera around so you get a quick overview of which yarns that we're going to go through in a few. Lots of gorgeous yarns. Katia, Filter, Funty, Line. Some random yarns, line yarns, medium cotton yarns, Lana Grossa, Loreens, Roma and Aria from Lana Grossa, and a single Royal from Seaman. Or actually there's 7. Hope you enjoyed this sneak peek at how this table looks towards the very end. The first yarn I have is a medium cotton yarn. It's a plain cotton yarn. It's one of the cheaper yarns in a value store here. It's not a very soft cotton, and yeah, it's called Cotton Medium. It's from Allison and May. It is 100 grams grain, so 3.5 ounces, 250 meters. So that's like what, 165 yards maybe. They recommend not much right now, to be honest. There isn't even a recommended crochet hook size here. It's 100% cotton, can be washed at 30 degrees, so 85 degrees Fahrenheit. Do not iron, do not tumble dry, do not bleach, can't be dry cleaned. Oh, here it is, a 4 to 5 millimeter crochet hook. My original thought, and it's made in China, by the way, for the Action, which is a store that is here in the Netherlands. It is a value store. They sell a bit of everything. all sorts of handicrafts things, but they also sell some clothes. They also have a few food items. It's a really mixed store. I would almost call it like a Dollar Tree, maybe, if I should compare it to some American stores. But as I said, this is not a soft cotton. It's definitely a cotton, but it's not a soft cotton. I thought in the beginning, maybe these could be really good for just plain corner to corner crochet, and then make some dishcloth or towels or something like that from it. For dishcloth, my mom thought they might actually be a bit too thick, which could be the case. I would need to think and consider. Optionally, I might make a handbag of them. Cotton is good and sturdy, or a beach bag or something like that, beach net. So more like a shopper, because cotton is good and sturdy. It doesn't stretch. So that might actually be good for some kind of bag. Handbag, market bag, beach net, fruit net, something along those lines. Of these yarns, I do have quite a few, and there's 2, 3, and 4. So I have 4 skeins. That's like still complete skeins. But, oh, 5 actually. I have 5 complete skeins. But I also have a skein that's been worked up at some stage and rolled back up in a ball. So I have 6. So it can become a decent sized bag, or I can make dishcloth or towels of them. I have to admit, I'm not 100% sure what route I'm going. It's kind of undecided. The idea in the beginning of making this beach bag cloth was, you know, beach bag, no, sorry, dishwasher cloth was, you know, just, it's simple, it's mindless, I can do it in the car, whatever. Right now, I just don't know where we're headed, I guess. We will have to see where it goes. And I forgot I shouldn't pack it back up, so I just packed it back out. Then I have a bag, which is a little bit of a mixture, but it's all sorts of thin yarns. So very thin crochet yarns. We have a yarn here, it's Record, 100% cotton, 100% cotton. It's 100 grams, so 3.5 ounces, but it's 420 meters, which is like 450 plus yards. Can be washed at 60 degrees, can be tumble dried at low, can be ironed. Crochet hook 2 to 2.5 millimeter, named Record. And then, except for that, there isn't a lot more information about it, but it's like super thin. So this is like for lace weight or something like that. I have no clue what I would make of this, but it's one of those many bonus things you sometimes get. We have 100% acrylic yarns here, also a super thin yarn. It doesn't say much about it. I have no clue what this yarn brand is, but it can't be washed in the machine, and it also like recommend 2.5 millimeter needles. And I don't know if this is originally like, it's made in Holland apparently, so it's a Dutch yarn, but it's like this small roll of purple. I have a similar roll of light blue, and it feels like the same material as the purple. Again, it is, as you can see, this is lace weight yarn, right? This is lace weight purpose yarn. Oh, really super thin. For this yarn, I have absolutely zero plans. A part of me is thinking I could maybe consider crocheting flowers, like small flowers and ointments to place on things. Then I have a durable, it's 50 grams, 100% cotton, durable Fishing Man's yarn number 6. And it says further than that, absolutely nothing. But it's like the rest, it is as you can see here. So very fine weight, 100% cotton. This might even be the same. There is nothing on this one, but it's white. As I said, super fine yarns. And then, my friends, we are coming to something that there are a little bit information on, I think, with the exception of one ball, because these are not the same. There's a ball I have no clue what is. It's just bound up like this. And then we are at the yarns, I would say, is these. And I do believe it's called Cotton Yarns, Fill and Cotton. It's 99% cotton and 1% polyester. I do believe it was handled maybe by Kruidvat, which is a Dutch store as well. It's made in China, and I can't read all of it here, so I need another one, but I do have a few of these. As you can see, I love the colors though. And here we have it wound up, so somebody once worked on that, that's for sure as well. Here we have, it says wash at 30 degrees, lay flat to dry, can be ironed at low, can be dry clean, do not top dry, do not bleach. 1.75 to 2 millimeter crochet hook, 50 grams is 280 meters, so 1.8 ounces gives a solid 310 yards. And it's advised to use for like a throw, so like a thin shawl or along those lines. And I have of those, these colors I have, and it's really one mixed pile show. I have like 6 skeins on the roll, and of the same yarn but in a different color, so same yarn specs, I have them in these colors. This is gorgeous. And I have 5 skeins here of this, and that is really gorgeous, but it's a bit of a mess in this bag, and I have to figure out what exactly I will be making from those yarns. Like if you have a good pattern for a shawl that uses a lace weight yarn, lace weight variegated yarns, and not in a nice color fading ombre yarn effect, but generally hit me up with suggestions here in the comments down below. I would absolutely love to hear your suggestions as to patterns, because right now I'm really not sure. I might just do something one day, just for the sake of it. I can imagine you could work up probably a nice sparrow shawl in worst case, or something else, but I'm not really sure where I'm going with this yarn. So yeah, if you have suggestions on that, I'm very happy to hear it. Then the next yarn I have is, it fits in my bag. There are 4 balls, and it's 4 big balls, and it's so ever soft that I am pretty desperate to figure out what project we should make from it, but I really don't know. It's squishy and it's soft, really. This is so soft and fluffy, very fluffy. It's called Lauren. It's sold by Vipa. They don't have it anymore, so this is probably an older yarn in that sense. And the Lauren here is, let's see if I can actually find a place where I can read it decently. It's 100 grams, so this is a 100 gram skein. Should be at least. And 100 grams is about, so that's 3.5 ounces to 350 meters, which is like 400 yards or so. It is 76% premium acrylic, and 24% polyamide. So there are no animal fibers, even though it looks very animal-ish, because it is fluffy. Let's see if I can actually get a thread out here. Here you can see how fluffy it is. This, my friends, sweater. It speaks to me, sweater. The only thing is, I'm not sure if I, with 4 balls, have enough to actually make a sweater for myself. But it's so fluffy. Could probably also make good throw. But yeah, as I said, I have 4 balls of these. It used to retail for €2.99, which is like a stellar killer of a deal. But I can see on the labels they are pretty old. But yeah, it's still there, technically. So I'm just needing to keep track of everything, of course. Yeah, we're getting closer. I have another nice bag, and this is a bag of mixed yarns, and they are all Lana Grossa. And that's why I said I found when I was sorting this, definitely something I should have put in my sorting stash where I had all my Lana Grossas and Katya yarns, etc. Because this is like a higher class yarn, but I got this as a part of one of these deals, and all of them added up together. It was just a really, really good deal. I've no clue what to make of them, but I'm slowly getting closer to thinking I want to make I probably want to make something like, let's see, I'm just trying to make room on my table here as well. Like handbags could be an idea, but that seems like a waste for a luxurious yarn. But these are the band types, t-shirt yarns, one could say. It's the Lana Grossa Roma. This is a colorway 23. Recommend 5 to 6 millimeter needles. And you need 450 grams for a medium-sized sweater. Lay flat to dry, hand wash, iron it low. Do not tumble dry, do not dry clean, can be, or do not bleach, can be dry cleaned, so is it. 50 grams to 105 meters, so 1.8 ounces to 115 yards. It is 100% cotton. I love the colors of this though. And of this Roma, I have 1 skein, 2 skein, 3 skeins. Do I have more? No, I think I only have 3 of this. So it's not like enough for a t-shirt by any means. But it's still a nice yarn. So that was the Roma. And I do believe, maybe that's a Roma too. Yeah, they are. I have one more. This is a different colorway. It's a colorway 17. You can see these are gray, more like silver, metal, rust mixed. I love this one. Again, we have the same yarn specs, and it's 100% cotton. I have one of them. I have 2. Let's see, I need to sort them out. 2. I realize there's so many different ones. I have 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. It's just a few of everyone, so that's why I'm like, you know, I can't really make a big project unless I mix them all into one project. Then I have colorway 11, which I have at least 2, 3, 3 of the colorway 11. So you can see here right now I have do have 9 skeins, but 3 different colorways. And then I have one more, which is colorway. No, that's a different one. This is not Homa, this is Aria. Aria is a different type again, but it's still this flat t-shirt-ish yarn. They recommend 3.5 to 4 millimeter needles. All other specs are the same, and it's also 100% cotton. It's 1.8 ounces to 165 meters. So it's like 1.8 ounces to, so which is 50 grams to, that's like what, 175-ish yards maybe? So it's longer, it's thinner. And of the Aria, I also have a bunch in this sandy color, which is colorway 3. I have a bunch of these. One more here, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 Arias. Again, all Lana Grossa. So we have here 8 of, well, 4 and another 4. 8. So here's like 400 grams, which could be like, I don't know. You could, according to this, make a medium-sized one from 350 grams, but I assume that's with knit. I imagine maybe this could be wonderful for summer top, maybe. And I'd have enough for it. And I'd still, maybe I could make, and with an adjacent color of this, like a single trim. That works nice together. Those two colors are really nice together. And it feels nice, this 100% cotton yarn. But as I said, I don't really have massive plans for this. It's just, you know, it was a great deal for what it was, because normally these are like, they're definitely more expensive than what I paid for it. Let's just keep it like that. They are more expensive than what I paid. And that's why it was an interesting deal for me. Not just because I got a good deal, but also because I like touching new yarns. And I'm probably not willing to pay its normal retail price, which is like 6, 7, 8 euros per ball for 1.8 ounces, which I think sounds expensive, but maybe it's just me. It feels nice. Also happy to get ideas. If you worked with the yarn before, I'm also happy to get ideas or recommendations. Yeah, we still have a few yarns to go through, and there's still a few quite interesting yarns in between. It's still pretty warm, I have to say. Then, how did I just, oh, like this, gotcha. Then I have some Lang yarns, if I don't remember wrong. Yes, Lang Linda. Lang yarns, 50 grams to 150 meters. So that is 1.8 ounces to about 160-ish, 65 yards. They say medium-sized women's needing 350 grams, children's 10 years old, 250 grams. Recommend needles 4 to 4.5 millimeters. It is 85% cotton, 15% polyamide, and there is probably washing instructions in behind. I'd imagine. And I have 1, 2, 3. I have 4 of them. 4, 5. I have no plans. I'm probably just gonna make a simple shawl. It's a quite funny yarn. It seems a bit like the trim from, you know, when you're using the sewing machine, because it's so fine and it changes colors. I love the colors. So this is something that would be fun to add to a project, just to give it a hint of something. It's definitely a luxurious yarn. Lang yarns are far from a cheap yarn, trust me. They really aren't. But still quite interesting to work with. Yeah, I gave away some a couple of months ago for my 1,000 subscriber giveaway. I had 2 in, I think, a yellow autumn colorway, which I thought was really gorgeous. Then I have some, it looks like I have This one doesn't belong, does it? No, it doesn't. I have some fancy bamboo yarn, which is 100% viscose. 100% viscose. It's black, 50 grams to 95 meters. So that's 1.8 ounces to about 105 yards. Can be washed at 30 degrees, can be ironed at low. They recommend 3 to 3.5 millimeter knitting needles. There is not much more to say actually, but I have some of these. And this black yarn, which feels really nice and soft. What I wanted to do is, I'm probably gonna make something like, because I have multiple of them, there's 1, 2. I'm just gonna stack them up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, in a mess, 8, I have 9. So that's a bit less than 1,000 meters actually. And what I wanted to make of this is, I am wanting to make like a skull collector's shawl, or lost souls or something like that. It's black. I think it's awesome for like Halloween themed. And it's probably a project I want to start sooner rather than later. So yeah, I've reserved this yarn for a shawl. And then I have a single online Java, which is 67% cotton and 33% viscose. And there is just a single ball of this. I have no clue what to make of this either, but here we are. Somehow it ended up in that bag with the fancy yarns. I have no clue what to make of it. Guess we'll have to find out one day. I have another single yarn of something thin, Pascaline, 50 grams, very old label, made in Belgium, 2.5 millimeter needles to 3, 100% acrylic. That's basically it. It's like chain spun. Very thin, this chain spun. Old Belgian yarn, variegated. No clue what to make of this. I just have it. Who knows, maybe I'll put it in another fun giveaway because I don't know what to make from it. Maybe somebody else do. And yes, I remember this one. These yarns I got in a nice, very cheap option. The seller was selling like somewhat 20 yarns. I was probably paying like maybe €1 per skein. Some of them weren't a lot higher value, but these were. Fill Light Filter yarns, and it's so fluffy. It's thin though. Even though they still recommend 6 millimeter needles for this. Whoa. But I remember just I saw these filter yarns and I was like, this is a gorgeous color. I want this. According to this, you just need 3 of them to make a sweater. I can't believe that. 50 grams, so 1.75 ounces to 287 meters, so that's 314 yards. 33% acrylic, 29% polyamide, and 18% wool, so there are wool in these. Yeah. It can be washed in the machine at 30 degrees. Do not tumble dry, do not bleach, do not iron. 30 degrees to 85 degrees Fahrenheit, can be dry cleaned. And it's a thin yarn. This is like lace weight, but because of the fluff, they recommend thicker needles. I have 4 of them. And that's why I had a really good deal. Because I was like, oh my goodness. Those 4 filter yarns. Awesome. And I see we are getting very close towards the end. This was also in the same bag. It's just a plastic bag of this. I'm not gonna take them all out, but there is, in that bag, I have 7 royal yarns from Seaman, which I should have put somewhere else, I guess. This is a gorgeous yarn. Very gorgeous blue, colorway 62. It's 100% acrylic. It's made in Turkey, 3.5 ounces to 241 meters, which is 250 yards, more, 260, probably more like 260, 65 yards. You need 4 balls for a medium, for children's sized, and 7 for medium sized sweater. I have enough for a medium sized sweater if I wanted to. They recommend making a sizing swatch. 5 to 6 millimeter crochet hook or 4 to 5 millimeter knitting needles. 100% acrylic, made in Turkey for Seaman stores here in the Netherlands. This is a value acrylic yarn, but I love this blue. Oh my goodness. I have to make something of it. And it's only because I love this blue so much, I still have it, basically, I think. Well, not completely. It's a really nice value yarn, definitely. It's a good value play. Then I have a whole batch, and I'm not really willing to open this, but it is cotton, 100% cotton for crochet, for these small crochet lace weights. And it is, you can slightly ever so see through. It's light peach, but there is some variations in it, because sometimes there's a little bit of white. But I would rather not want to open this whole pack. There are 10 of them. They are 50 grams each. And it's mercerized cotton. Can be washed at 40 degrees Celsius. They recommend 1.5 millimeter crochet hook. So this is gonna be something small or something lacy. No clue what to make of it yet, but I have it. And again, it's one of those many amazing deals that I've gotten. And the last I have is a whole bag of cats and yarns. And it's partially open, so I can take one out. But there are 20 balls in this. So I'm just gonna take one out to kind of make it nice for us, right? Katja Harmony. This I want a sweater from. Except I'm not sure if I want to crochet it. I might actually hire in my mom to knit me one. Maybe. I'm still undecided, because I also want to find a pattern that it would look well with. It is, and there's wool in this, and I wouldn't believe there's wool in this, because it's so soft. Like, how can there be wool in this? Okay, it's colorway 65. Katja Harmony, I think the normal retail price is also like 6 or 7 euros per skein of these. And I paid maybe 1.5 euros per the skein. So again, a freaking good deal, right? 5.5 to 6 millimeter knitting needles is the recommended knitting needle size. It's 38% wool, virgin wool, 37% acrylic, 25% polyamide. You get 50 grams for 1.75 ounces to 95 meters, which is 104 yards. And this is so soft. I have 20 of them. 20. There is enough for a sweater, and I will get a sweater. I just need to decide. I guess on a pattern, I figure out if it should be crochet or knit. But eventually, sometime out in the future, might be years, it will turn into a sweater that I will have and enjoy for years. I'm not giving this yarn away by any means or chances. It's staying with me until I figure out a pattern. Catch a Harmony. That's the yarns. So that's pretty much all of the yarns in this stash. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed them. I will start working with the fancy yarns very soon, making some sort of, this is, I don't know what happened to this skein, but we are gonna work with this bamboo yarn, making either Lost Souls or a Skull Collector shawl. I'll need to find out which I like the more and then just start making it. I think that's gonna be my next shawl project once I'm done with whichever shawls I'm working on now, which is also a few, or maybe, yeah, I'll see. I think that covers it up pretty well, actually. Thank you for hanging around with me. I'll be back next week with a new Sort My Stash video. We have 2 videos left. I haven't really decided yet which is gonna be which. I have a video that needs to cover some hobby yarns that I found that I didn't include in my last Sort My Stash hobby video, because I was sorting my stash and suddenly I was like, oh, but I also have these hobby yarns. Why didn't I add that one? So I need to do a minor Sort My Stash video on that. And then I also have the yarns that I got as Happy Mail last year out of America. And that really warmed my heart. And I haven't started using any of them yet because I just want the perfect pattern, because it's a yarn that is so difficult for me to obtain. I need the right patterns for them to feel good about what I'm doing with them. But yeah, I still think I want to show you the yarns that I got back then, just straight on yarns only from that Happy Mail. So that's the last 2 Sort My Stash videos that will be coming up on this channel. So yeah, thank you for hanging around with me. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't done it yet, if you like to talk about yarns, crochet and much more. So yeah, thank you for supporting me. Feel free to comment down below, which yarns did you find the most interesting? What yarns would you love to work with? And what would you make of them if you could? Yeah, let me know. And then I'm gonna say from here on, happy crafting and take care until I see you again. Bye.